I've scoured the interwebs trying to find the best cheapo webcam. I think I found it, or so I've been told. It's time to test it against your regular cell phone or the industry standard, the Logitech C920. Let's get it. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I am E, and if you're new here, I create MTG content and budget streaming content. So let's discuss this cheapo webcam. What makes this webcam really cheap is because it is generic. It just says webcam, full HD 1080p. I got it here. Shopee. Links in the description down below. Not affiliated in any manner, in any way, so don't worry about it. $20, 20 US dollars, or 25 Sing dollars if you're in the region. It has positive reviews overall from all of the cheapo cams that I have been searching. I'm still skeptical, so let's try it out. It came with this box. It has a slight dent here, and I believe this is through shipping as well. The box feel seems not cheap, but not expensive as well. It's on that mid-range where it can incur dents. However, the material outside feels that it is solid, right? Hopefully, the cam is not damaged. That being said, on the side it says it supports beauty apps. Right? It also has a built-in microphone, although I don't recommend us using built-in webcam microphones because it picks up a lot of noise, especially your keyboard clicks when you're playing or when you're demonstrating via live chat or whatnot. It can also pick up background noise, so I recommend you using the BM800, which I'll create a video sometime in the future. It's a UVC webcam. It means it's a USB video class webcam. Therefore, if you're on Windows, this will be recognized. I believe it also can be recognized by MacBooks and Linux as well. So it's just a plug and play webcam. It's 1080p and that's it. It also has an adjust focus, but it's manual and multifunctional base. Alright, time to open this one up. Opening the box. There is no regal feel to it. Looking at it, it looks like what we initially concluded is correct. The box is not of that great material. This is the entire content. This is the USB inside the plastic. It also comes with a manual. Alright, let's set aside the box. This is what comes in on that box. It comes in with that manual. It's written in English. Yes, I'll set that one aside. It also comes in with this webcam. This is the webcam overall. To the touch, it feels made out of plastic, but it doesn't feel brittle to a point wherein you need to be very careful with it. It looks like it can withstand some form of banging when you're going to adjust your webcam. But if you drop it, well, it is a $20 webcam, so just be careful with it, right? Looking at the webcam head right here, there is a power indicator and a broadcast indicator. We also have a microphone slot right here. I believe this is where the microphone has been built in. And this feels to be where the zoom is manually adjusted. That being said, the base is standard for webcam. This is where you mount your webcam here. The webcam can also rotate in that manner, and you have your 1/4 screw here, which is DSLR standard. Other than that, it comes with this 3M tape USB or a webcam cover, which is handy to say the least. Boom. I'm not going to put that one in right now because we need to test this webcam. Alright, there's only one way to figure out whether or not the purchase is worth it, and it's to test it. Alright, let's switch it up. Okay, we have set up our webcams and they are stationed in this fashion. We are using the iPhone 10 for the cell phone. This is the C920 and we have the UVC HD 1080p cam. That's a long name, so let's just call it as a UVC webcam. Alright, I tried to set them up as close as possible so that we can yield a very good comparison. And now time to switch to OBS. Hello! So this is where your UVC cam is plugged in. This is OBS and I haven't done any color correction. A while ago, I was using my DSLR. Now I'm using the UVC camera, so you can see a little bit of difference on the quality. I will compare this one with all the other 3 parameters that we have established a while ago. But for now, I want you to listen to the audio quality of the microphone embedded in this webcam. Right now, I'm using my microphone, the BM800. I'll make a video on that one separately, but for now, let's focus on the UVC cam. I'll let you hear what the UVC cam sounds like. There we go. I'm switching now to the UVC cam. There is a distance between the cam microphone and me, so that would be affecting what you're hearing right now. It would also seem that I am inside a can, and I think this is because of the quality of the camera and how it picks up the noise. Plus, I believe it's also the make of the actual mic where it's embedded. Inside the camera, there's a concave shape that tries to pick it up, so it kind of picks up those ambient noise and make it seem that I am inside a can. So if you're going to use this as a webcam microphone, I would not be recommending this because it will not capture how good your voice is. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on it. However, if you don't have a webcam, if you don't have a microphone and you have this, I think this is value for $20. No worries, use it. Time to switch back to my microphone. All right, so here we are. We have our 3 webcam setup to compare. You have your UVC, your C920, and your iPhone cam. All of which are projecting into OBS output with no effects or LUT or LUT applied, right? Just one caveat, your Logitech is plugged into the computer via the Logitech app, which is free and it's set to OBS. Your iPhone is plugged into the computer as well via the Elgato Epoch Cam app that is also free. Everything else is basic. Now, to set up this comparison, we are going to compare it with 3 parameters. Let's go through it one by one. Number 1, field of view. The Logitech C920 has a 78 degrees field of view. Comparing that with our Cheapo cam, UVC cam, it looks like the UVC cam has a better or wider field of view. And I believe it's able to achieve that because it has this fisheye lens effect embedded into it. So if you look at it on this side, there is some warping or concaveness on this area and on that area. In terms of like the placement, the UVC cam should be a bit farther. Therefore, it should capture a bit less here, but it looks like it's capturing more than what our Logitech cam captures. Therefore, it has a wider view. Of course, our iPhone doesn't have that functionality, especially if it's like on a video function, as most of the iPhones do. That being said, we can transition now to number 2, and one of the most important part is the color. Your Cheapo cam looks like it has a bit more exposure and the gamma is turned a bit higher and a contrast a bit more higher than all of our other cameras. The Logitech has a bit more flat tone into it in terms of the color. That's why it's a bit more calmer inside this. The ambience in the room is set to a low light setting because if you're going to stream so that you don't strain your eyes too badly, I believe that's the scientific reason why. Or the other reason is to make it look cool, I guess. However, the closest color to it is the iPhone. I'm not surprised to it because most of the developments on the camera side from 2 years back are mostly camera based. However, our webcam industry unfortunately hasn't evolved too much except for the past few months where there is an uptick on webcam purchase. So I'm happy with that one. So I'm not surprised that the iPhone camera basically is better in my eyes for this test. Another thing to notice is that it seems that the iPhone has a bokeh feel. This is the feel wherein the background is a bit blurred. So one thing to compare to it is this picture right here. This is Chandra, the flame caller, and it looks like for the iPhone it's not focused, but I am in focus. If you look at on our Cheapo camera, everything is in focus. You can clearly see the sharpness over there. The other measure is on my eyes are my card collections here. So if you are an MTG or Magic collector, you would clearly see the color difference in each and every color. iPhone has closest to true value, if I were to say so myself. The third and final test is the motion blur, right? When you make sudden movements, how does it translate in the processing of the camera? So I'm going to wave my hands and look a bit dull and see the blur. All right, so looking at the blur, you could clearly see that the bad, or like the most blur you can see, is from the C920. The second worst is on iPhone, but you have little to no blur in your cheapo cam, and I believe that's because of the contrast settings of the cam. Therefore, if you move too much, you'll see a bit more blurs on those. So in terms of like the quality against all these three, on a budget, I would say the camera is a winner. For $20, you're getting all of these benefits. You have a wide field of view, right? And the color is not that bad. You have the motion blur is also better than the rest, right? So I would definitely see myself picking this one up if I haven't had already a phone or the Logitech C920. All right, so with that being said, one of the major disadvantages for this camera is the actual video quality and color grading here. However, as a bonus tip, if you're using OBS, this is not necessarily a bad thing, because in OBS you can apply effects or LUTs, or even if you're not using OBS, if you're using a post-production software to produce your YouTube clips or any of those videos, you can color correct this output. Let me show you how to do it in OBS. All I gotta do right now is go to filters and add a color grading effect, and I'll show you the effect. Boom, here you go. I've added a simple color correction. I didn't even apply a LUT or LUT to it. Just a simple color correction. Tone down the saturation a little bit, tone down for gamma and the contrast, and we have this effect. Now let's go back to that comparison so that you can see the comparison against all the Logitech and your iPhone. Boom. There you can see it. The color is even closest to your iPhone. C920 looks a little bit more flatter this time, and the color is great. Overall, this is an awesome cam for $20. My take on it is that for $20, if you're going to buy a cheapo camera and use it for OBS to be your third, second, or even the primary one, if you're really on a tight budget, I would definitely recommend this camera. For $20, if it's broken over the mails, it's not going to be that bad, but $20 is quite good, right? I hope you enjoyed this video. I have budget streaming contents coming up. If you haven't seen most of my budget contents, please look at it here and here. All right, till next time, this is E. Stay safe.